Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have David's garden in the beautiful German city of Weinheim. David is an incredible plant collector. It's one of the best collections I've seen actually. He's a really young guy, but he's studying agriculture, and also he has been collecting stuff since he was a child. And the stuff he has here is incredible. Sometimes you have to search for it a little bit because a lot of things are very small, and also a lot of the stuff we had after a couple months of severe drought, we had a couple weeks of really strong rains, and so everything is overgrowing each other. Let's see, he showed me so many interesting things. Let's see if I find at least a couple of them. Here in the warmest part of Germany, he has a mixture of traditional species, but often exotic varieties, and also really exotic species, which he says even most of the Germans here wouldn't accept yet. Let's see, what was this pumpkin? I think he said it was a... Did he say it was some butternut mutation? Something like that. He has a lot of different tomato varieties, and he says a lot of them are so much tastier than the supermarket tomatoes. Yeah, collecting tomato varieties became a big thing in Germany in the last 10 years or so. 20 years ago, only very few people had a big tomato variety collection. Sweet potatoes, another thing which only became a thing in Germany in the last 10 or 20 years. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the cat. The cat is a very important worker in this garden. He said he has big problems with the Wühlmäuse. What are Wühlmäuse exactly? Well, some rodent, some mouse, which he says destroys dozens of plants in his garden. But the cats, they do help. Blue tomatoes, Musa enzete, an African banana, which is often considered not even a member of Musa, but of a separate genus, enzete. Yeah, potatoes, celery, kohlrabi. I think this should be pak choi. He has a lot of different basil varieties. Here mangold, a green leafy cabbage. What did he say? I think he said this here is cardamom. Here he has ginger. Somewhere he also showed me turmeric. They all seem to grow quite well here. He says he doesn't get, of course, the same harvest as you would get in Thailand. I think this is the turmeric, but it definitely grows well enough. Also a big collection of chilies. He also has a collection of eggplants. Here a couple berries. Stuff like, what did he say? Thai berry, dewberry, honeyberry. A lot of exotic berries. Right now, unfortunately, without any berries. He planted this walnut tree himself like 20 years ago. It's gigantic and bearing lots of tasty nuts. Physalis, I think this should be Physalis peruviana. And here somewhere he has Physalis pruinosa, or is it the other way around? Well, please tell me if this is peruviana or pruinosa, or this is pruinosa or peruviana. I always confuse them. Yeah, lots of great stuff. At first, when I saw the little garden with a couple of old trees, I thought there cannot be so much stuff here, but between those old trees there are so many new things. It's incredible. Here, a maracuja, Passiflora edulis. He has a giant fig collection. Here, by the way, a peach tree and the guava tree. He has a giant fig collection. There are so many dozens of different figs hidden here and there in little pots. Yeah, he is looking for a big orchard, well, for a big empty plot where he can make a giant fig orchard. This is some Australian finger lime. Alocasias and colocasias. Here he also has a collection of those. He said this is Musa florida. This should be an alocasia. Here he has a lot of other small bananas. He even told me the names, but I forgot them. Each pot is a different species or variety of bananas. Again, figs. Here he has some Thai corn. It grows much taller than the German corn, and it also tastes very different. A lot of nice flowers, which are also almost all of them are edible. Here he grafted some apple tree, more tomatoes, pumpkins, zucchinis, and watermelons, which are ripe. A peach grafted on an apricot because he doesn't have enough space. Apples and a lot of different citruses. Did I mention that he has tons of different chili and tomato varieties? Oh, incredible. It's always so great when you find one of those collectors and they have all those rare things in their gardens. Some giant sunflower. It's more of an ornamental one, but I'm sure the seeds are still edible. More zucchinis. A couple different kiwi berries. He actually has also dozens of pots with young kiwi berry cuttings. He is also planning to do a big kiwi berry collection. This guy really needs a huge garden where he can plant all the stuff he's collecting here. He also has a very nice raspberry collection, but right now, because of the rain and because of harvesting, nothing is here. As I said, couple old trees, but between them you can find so many treasures, so many different figs. Here are all the kiwi berries he's raising. A lot of crazy fig varieties he's gotten from collectors all over the place. A couple young walnuts. Ficus afghanistanica over there. Here he is making some new pretty big fig trees. I wonder if this is the final variety or if those are intended for rootstocks. Here a couple of the more traditional species in Central Europe, like pears, plums, apples, cherry plums, and so on, which most of them are also already grafted with some rare varieties, and the other ones will be grafted with rare varieties. Oh, this plum has big leaves here. Some kiwis and kiwi berries and kakis between the more traditional things. Different figs. Beans, onions and leeks and more cabbage, and here some other pumpkins. This was a lettuce, the reddish stuff, but it's already flowering. Here I guess this is another lettuce flowering. Some thyme, some mangold. Mangold is not only tasty but also very colorful. The butterflies have pretty much decimated his cabbage. Let's see what he has here. He said a couple weeks ago everything was pretty much tidy, but now in the rain he couldn't work so much and everything grew so fast. Some currants, suffering probably from the drought. What was this? I forgot the name of this. It has a tasty root or tuber. I always forget the name of this thing. It's not only beautiful, it's also very tasty. Some dragon fruit, more currants. He said even the apple and cherry trees, those old trees, he has crafted so many varieties on each one because he simply doesn't have enough space for a lot of trees. So each of those trees is carrying several varieties. Gooseberries, a dwarf pomegranate which he saved. He said, like many plants, when it arrived here it was almost dead. He saved it and now he's waiting for the tasty fruits. At least this one looks kind of pollinated. Potatoes growing in bags. This should be more turmeric, more colocasia. Lots of basil. He told me he has a lot of different basil varieties. Strawberries, of course, a traditional European fruit. Blueberries. Some plums which he said rotted even before they got ripe. More Thai corn. Elderberry. A couple elderberry shrubs. Here between the pumpkins. There should be melons among the pumpkins, but he said that the pumpkins always outcompete them. Then some crazy huge fig variety here. Oh, here a nice Hokkaido pumpkin. Yeah, there seems to be nothing left of the melons. Oh, yeah. Let's see, I'm sure I overlooked most of it. He had to point out most of the interesting stuff for me because a lot of it was so hidden. Yeah, did I mention he has a big sweet potato collection? Yeah, big tomato collection. Here the elderberries. Most people don't harvest the elderberries in Germany nowadays. Most people know they're edible but don't use them. Here another peach tree. Well, could this be an old outhouse? Maybe. Here he has a lot of rootstock for plums. Some feral stuff, probably some Mirabelle Green Gage hybrid. I think I will make a video about this thing. Here a grapevine which is not bearing any fruits right now. A lemon, he said he hasn't identified it yet, but it has a lot of fruits and they are tasty, so he doesn't mind. He will identify it someday, which doesn't stop him to use it already. This was some crazy thing, we didn't know what this is. Folcameria, must be some, who knows, 5th or 6th generation citrus hybrid. Forgot what this one was. Purslane, a very valuable vegetable. A young olive tree. Hazelnut. And this apricot tree unfortunately didn't make it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's an apricot tree where he grafted a lot of different varieties, but nope, this tree didn't make it. Also, they seem to like oleander a lot. There are a lot of pots of oleander over there. Let's see, I'm sure I'm missing a lot of stuff. He showed me so many things. Well, here a peach tree. As you can see, again every branch is grafted with some different variety. Oh yeah, here a lot of oleander. Musa Basio, the only banana that's kind of reliably winter hardy in our area, but unfortunately it doesn't produce good fruits. Hazelnuts, a big old hazelnut shrub. Over there, a mulberry shrub. Here's some spineless blackberry. Lavender. Let's see, he had a couple stuff here. He also has a lawnmower collection, a historic lawnmower collection. Beautiful. Oh, he should harvest his hazelnuts. Those are not the wild ones, this is a cultivar. But you can see how, yeah, because of years of droughts, they are underfed. More elderberries. Here he has a lot more stuff, I think. This is bay leaf. Oh yeah, bay leaf. Some more citruses, some yucca. Yeah, a lot more pots for which he's looking for a new big orchard. Cherries, pears, plums, peaches. Yeah, he says he wants to graft them all with some rare varieties. Some he has already grafted. Oh, a nice calamansi. Beautiful, I love calamansi. Lots of different grapevines, jujube, saskatoon. What is this? Some interesting pear. Some more rhubarb and gooseberries. Nice, 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 nice. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, old historic farmhouse, as you can see, built from the local stones and from local timber. Beautiful historic stuff. It's a very nice background for this collection. Yeah, it's amazing what people used to make just with rock and timber and dirt in previous centuries. All this architecture they managed without concrete and steel and all the modern stuff. Let's go back into the main part. Rosemary. Nowadays you can plant rosemary out in your garden in Germany, but when I was a kid, usually it was grown like this in pots, which you would bring indoors for the winter. Oh yeah, seems he has kind of a rhubarb collection over there. Let's see. He showed me so many things, but I think I overlooked many of those things during the video. Let me see. In those plots there were usually many dozens of different species and varieties in one plot. Here he has some pawpaws, some pecans, some loquat, which is already almost starting to flower in late August. That's very early. Here some ponciros, the only citrus relative that can reliably grow around here, outdoors without protection. Well, the nettle is a noxious weed around here, but it's also a very tasty wild vegetable. Strawberry tree, the Mediterranean one. Over there another jujube, some kiwis and kakis. Yeah, look at this huge fig collection. If only half of them make it through the next 1 or 2 years, he will need a big plot just for his fig orchard. Here he has, I think those are, yeah, a lot more different bananas. Oh, I'm so jealous, or maybe I'm just lazy. Instead of complaining, I could make such a collection myself, but I haven't done it yet. Beautiful stuff. Let's go back here. Here he showed me so many things which I missed, which I didn't show you. Here another pawpaw. Yeah, he has dozens of chili and tomato varieties and so many figs. Gosh, when all those figs start fruiting, who's gonna eat all those figs? I think I'll have to invite myself here regularly to help him with the figs. Here is this striped fig, which is very ornamental, but of course also very edible. Let's see, over there I already showed you everything. Here the young banana collection, lots of interesting tomatoes, lots of different basils. Here an unusual eggplant here he is growing. A lot of different pumpkins. Yeah, I think I showed you the guava already. Yeah, I might have missed a lot of those things. If you see something in the video which I didn't point out, please tell me. Apart from that, folks, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the incredibly beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich city of Weinheim in Germany. And of course, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.